So I'm gonna be try digital drawing for the first time today. So let's go. If you're wondering what app I'm on, I am on Sketchbook. I hate ads. Oh my god, I can't press it. Okay, do they have symmetry? Symmetry. I'm on iPhone if you're wondering. So yeah. And I'm using my finger right now. Yeah. Okay, now this one. Okay, mouth's gonna go right here. Oh. Eyes are gonna go right here. Nose. Okay. Where's the eraser? Sorry, I haven't figured out how to use this app yet. Let's just delete this one thing real quick. Oh my god, stupid ads. I hate ads. What do you guys think? What in the world is going on here? Oh my god. Oh my god. That was sort of fun, but like, there once was a ship that put to sea, and the name was a ship was adrift. Yes, Oop. Oh my god. Okay. Now. Wait, this is actually kind of cool though. Like, look. Well, I'm gonna delete this. And we're gonna go on Roblox and see if there are any drawing games. Free draw. Let's go. If you're probably wondering right now, yes, I am using my fingers, so that's why it looks messy. Oh my god. Undo. Let's undo all of this.
What do you want? What do you want? You want what? Bye-bye. Take Joe. Hey. Bye-bye. Hey.
my flipping goodness. Wait, why is this actually so good? Yes, kick. Nachita. Oh, Pedro, 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 Pedro. Una amiga mía, this and that. I'm sorry, I just don't know how to draw digitally. I'm sorry. I don't know. Let's throw this whole thing away. How do I draw this? Delete. Alright. What shall I draw? I mean, I like to draw cows. This one I'm gonna like try to really fast. Boom, 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 boom. Okay. Now I'm gonna do it slowly. Let me see. Luscious ears. Okay. This is probably gonna be very tiny. Tail. How small is this? Super. Wait, I'm gonna draw a bunch of cows. shifting laser intensity. I don't know what that is. Thickness. 2 studs. The transparency. Oh. I'm gonna do like that. Yeah. Okay, and we're done with that. Why can't I exit this? I can't exit this. Oh my god. How do I exit it? Reset. I don't know if that will do anything, but mind you that I've never played this game before. So, I'm gonna just rejoin. Free draw. Oh my god, why is this actually so good? Because I don't know how to draw. What is this though? Okay. Cat. So many other doodles. Oh my god, cat. More doodles. I'm gonna see what's going on over there. What's this? Ooh, anime looks like. What the Sigma Ayo? I don't know what that is. Ooh, I've seen this art style. I absolutely love this art style. Like, it's so pretty. Huh. Mary had a little lamb, little lamb, little lamb. Mary had a little lamb, little lamb. Let's delete this whole thing. I'll be the rubber man, the bit, I'll be the boo, delete. Okay. Clear. So. Now I can be the moon. This maybe? I don't know. Head. The line of action. Neck. I'm gonna pull up something real quick. Free draw.
Getting this video recommended to you, you're probably pretty new to digital art. And if you aren't, why are you here? From what I've noticed, there's been this huge boom in people wanting to become digital artists these days. And that's great, but it feels like there's this massive wall between program diversity, where some programs cost way too much money, or some programs are free, but aren't that good. So, are there any really good free art programs? Actually, yeah, there's some great ones. Just off the top of my head, I can think of a bunch of free programs. You got Fire Alpaca, Blender, Ivy Site Paint, Metavang, Sketchbook, or Krita, and just a whole host of different programs that are all great in their own right. But there's a problem with some of these, and that is the paywall. A lot of these are blocked behind a paywall, which means that no matter what you do, you're not getting the full features of the program you're working so hard to find, which kind of sucks because why have to pay for it if you know there's better programs that you could be spending your money on? There's also one more factor that kind of eliminates more of these programs. It's the huge learning curve. A lot of these have a massive learning curve, which makes it so hard to get into it. Like Blender. Blender is a great program, but it takes you months to learn. And often, when you have a problem, it's hard to find someone who could help you out. For me, it was really important for this video to have 3 criteria, and that is that the program itself couldn't have a paywall which blocked you from using the full thing, it couldn't have a massive learning curve which takes you months to learn, and it has to be something of decent quality. If I won't use it, I'm not going to recommend it to you. Okay, before the video actually fully starts, I feel it's important that I bring up, I use Photoshop on the regular as my just base art program, and it is great, but a lot of these programs actually do it better. Some of them have features that Photoshop just doesn't come with stock. And so during the video, I tried my best to remain unbiased, but I don't even think I needed to, because these were almost comparable. Anyway, sorry, that's enough buffering. Let's get to the video. So with that all knocked out of the way, my final 3 programs are Metabang, Fire Alpaca, and Krita, which are all great programs and I can't wait to show them to you. So, I guess let's get started. Okay, so first up is Metavang. Metavang was super easy to learn and actually really great. Despite it being the first on the list, I think it's a great starter, and remember, these are in no particular order. For me, Metavang was one of the easiest programs out of all of them to learn. It was super intuitive and I really liked the layout. Everything felt super familiar to Photoshop, so for me, it was almost comparable. I think another reason for me getting into Metabang so fast was because the layout and all the keybinds were near identical. When I had to reset my tablet to make sure that all my keybinds were correct, I didn't really have to change any of them. Okay, anyway, Metabang's a great program, but as with any program, it also has its own downsides. So, just real quick, let's talk about them.
Feels like a dream, feels like magic. Now I believe I can have it. Ooh, ooh, tamu. Ooh, ooh,
Well,
tamu. All of my wishes came true. Shop like a billionaire. Shop like a billionaire. Ooh, ooh, tamu. Ooh, ooh, tamu.
Download the Temu app and shop like a billionaire.
I don't know how to draw Fira.
First off, again, I really want to state Metabang's a great art program, but when it comes to the drawing experience in every art program, that is what I'm looking for, and Metabang just somehow felt wrong. It was slippery at times and hard to recreate my own style. Heck, when I tried to, my own art style, which is already very sketchy, turned more sketchy somehow. And it kind of really turned me off to the program. I'm sure if I had more time to just use it and get used to it, I would honestly love it. But that really turned me off to the whole program. And it kind of affects my score for it, but overall, the program's great. Also, I feel it's important to say, I don't think this is a program thing, but when I first started, I had to restart the program multiple times just to get my pressure sensitivity to work. I even checked with other programs and it was working fine, but just with Metabang, for some reason, my pressure sensitivity was not working at all, and then suddenly it was. So, you know, I don't know. Just thought that might be a little important. Okay, next up, Fire Alpaca. Honestly, I could see myself using this as just my stock program. I really enjoyed using it, except for the fact the layout is on constant light mode, and I can't change it no matter what I do, and it's so intent on blinding me, I can't see, holy shit, why isn't there a dark theme? Okay, so outside of Fire Alpaca, you know, trying to blind me, when I first opened the program, I didn't think it was going to be as good as it was. honestly, when I looked at it, it felt super dated, and I don't know, I looked at it and I was really turned off by just the whole layout. But that wasn't a problem in the end because everything is basically all customizable. I didn't, but you can if you want to. And when I was actually just drawing, I didn't even notice. I just toned it out, I guess. In comparison to Metabang, Fire Alpaca felt great. The drawing experience was amazing. It didn't feel slippery at all. It almost felt like I had smoothing on, but I didn't. It felt like a drawing program should. I was easily able to replicate my own style. It felt natural, and in comparison to Photoshop, it almost feels identical. Fire Alpaca also comes with a few features that aren't in Photoshop, or are in Photoshop, and it's just comparable. Like the perspective grid. Again, same as Metabang, Fire Alpaca comes stock with a perspective grid, which is just proof that almost every art program should have it, and it's weird that Photoshop doesn't. However, when I compare Fire Alpaca and Metabang's perspective grid, I actually prefer Metabang over Fire Alpaca. Editor's note real quick. I have literally no idea what I'm talking about here. They're the exact same thing. So don't take my word for that. Both Fire Alpaca and Metabang have the same perspective tools. In some ways, Metabang feels like a more refined version of Fire Alpaca, and in other ways, like the animation tool in Fire Alpaca, because Metabang doesn't even have it, it feels like Metabang is the unfinished younger brother of Fire Alpaca. Going into that animation tool, though, Fire Alpaca's animation is really bad. Unfortunately, I love animation. Its tool for it is great that it's there, but it's not good. There's no timeline and you can't save as a GIF or a video, which makes saving your animations or exporting them really hard. You also can't watch it while you're making it, so those problems are only glaringly obvious until the very end, where then you have to guesstimate what frame it's on. So the animation tool isn't the best. It's good that it's there, it's just not good, sadly. Okay, and I guess finally, because we're at the end, we have Krita, which is a great program that I don't like. I just really don't. I don't like its layout. When I stepped in and started using it, it felt weird. Krita itself is a great program. I don't think I had enough time to use it, though. I really feel like Krita got the short end of this.
Pinterest. Get it today.
I do anything.
Ready? With the fine-tuned nutrition in ProPlan Sport at PetSmart, your active dog will be ready for a lifetime of adventures. So you can go even farther together. And right now at PetSmart, earn 5 times the treats points when you buy Purina ProPlan dog or cat food.
Yes, I do anything for you.
PetSmart, anything for pets.
So I had the delusional idea to test the top 10 most recommended free drawing apps to find out which one is the best. So let's go. So here's the homepage. Right off the bat, they want you to pay $2.99 for premium. No, thank you, not today. All their brushes are laid out on the left side. They have quite a range of variety, which is really cool. And speaking of variety, let me tell you how we're gonna have fun here, okay? So we have 10 free apps to cover. And on each app, we're gonna draw a different facial feature. So for example, I'll draw the right eye on Sketchbook, maybe the left eye on IBIS Paint. And at the end, it'll come together as a Frankenstein mashup of different features drawn on different apps. I truly can't wait to see it come together. Also, at the end of each test drawing, I'll be doing a quick pros and cons list, as well as a final overall ranking of the app. Okay, now back to Sketchbook and their color wheel on the top right. All right, first brush stroke. All right, it's not bad. And you can double tap to erase. One thing I noticed, however, is that the erase is slightly laggy. Actually, I take it back. It is very laggy. It's laggy to the point where it's kind of distracting, especially as someone who really likes to draw kind of fast. Like erase and then draw a line, erase and draw a line. This was quite a struggle. And on the topic of the eraser, I also can't find the eraser brush. Like I might be blind, but I can't find like the brush for the eraser. Okay, here is the right eye for our Frankenstein monster drawn on Sketchbook. I'm gonna play around with a little bit of different brushes because I drew this all with one brush. Let me do some like shadows. Hold on, does this eye kind of look like an Ariana Grande eye, or is it just me? So the Sketchbook Pros, it's simple. Nothing exceptional stands out, just simple. Simple interface, simple brushes. It's good for people who want to draw for fun once in a while. Versatile brushes. They got a good amount. Basic extra functions like asymmetry tool, geometric shapes, time lapse, and I guess, I don't know, their color wheel stood out to be pretty cool. And the cons. The leg. The leg is terrible. I hate it. Also, why is the eraser brush so hard to find? I still can't find it. Text tool is also horrible. So if you're a text-based artist, maybe skip this out. And there's limited layer functions. Like there's no clipping mask. So overall, 5 out of 10. One word to describe it, simple. And here's the first facial feature of our face. And that is done. Okay, stop. I know what you're gonna say. You're gonna say, are you only going to review apps that are found for iOS like Apple? No, I got you. Don't worry. Oh my god, I almost cracked my screen. Because I've got XP Pen's Magic Drawing Pad. Yes, the iconic 12-inch standalone Android drawing tablet. 3:2 wide ratio screen. X3 Pro pencil. Look at how good that sounds. ASMR. Yes, so we're trying out IBIS Paint, which is available on Android, as you can see here, and also on Apple. So first impression, the pen feels really good, very smooth. Okay, I know this is not drawing app related, but this pen, you don't have to charge it, which I think is super cool, because you have to charge your Apple Pencil. Oh, you know what I also like? It kind of has that, like, realistic pen and paper feel. And I don't have, like, a screen protector or anything. It just, like, feels like that. Win-win. Oh, they have a lot of brushes. Wow. And their eraser tool is right here, clear as day. Sketchbook, please take some notes. We shall go with the basic brush. You can watch an ad and get the paid brushes for free up to 18 hours. But, you know, just for the sake of the video, we're not going to do that. You just double tap to erase as well. Okay, so we're going to do the left eye. That is a terrible eyebrow. Hold on, let me start over. You know what's fun? Last time, our eye kind of looked like Ariana Grande, right? What if every single facial feature is like a celebrity? So our End Frankenstein is like a celebrity feature mashup. I have no idea why, but the first celebrity that came to mind was Ed Sheeran. So let's draw Ed Sheeran's left eye. Some other important features to note is they have a liquify tool. Yes, I love the liquify feature. I need this feature. They have a smudge tool, a blur tool, as well as a lasso tool. But yeah, so I always get questions as to what Android tablets I recommend, and I think XP Pen is great because it's an anti-glare standalone drawing tablet, so you don't need to connect to a computer or anything. Super convenient. It's basically a super lightweight mobile studio. And as I noted previously, you can watch an ad to get more brushes for free for up to 18 hours, but there are multiple pre-installed drawing softwares like IBIS Paint and Medibang, which we'll get into later on. But this product does come with a 3-month free membership of IBIS Paint X, so that is a win. I know what you're probably thinking. Viora, is this really the best eye you got? Listen, it kind of looks like it, okay? Also, I might just actually be dumb because it took me so long to actually find where to save the image. Also, bad drawing does not equal bad program or bad device. Please keep that in mind while you're looking at this questionable eye, because I actually really like this program and device. So with that said, IBIS Pros, they have a lot of versatile tools. They have templates, patterns, textures. I didn't put down versatile brushes just because like 99% of them are behind the ad paywall. Next, no layer limit, meaning you can do as many layers as you want. Also, it just feels a little bit more professional, whether it's the clean interface or range of tools. I just feel like you can do a lot more with IBIS Paint. And the time lapse is just automatically on, so you don't have to worry about forgetting. And on to the cons. It's very pixely. Even with a smaller sized canvas, I still find it not very high def. Also, the bigger canvas size you go, the slower and leggier it gets. Next, the ads know your location, which I guess is the norm now, but if you're like me and you like to film your screen sometimes when you're drawing, I'm sure you wouldn't want your audience to know where you're based, hence me covering it with my keyboard here. Also, I noticed the paint bucket tool was not very intuitive, so I'd recommend trying to learn how to use the lasso tool to color instead. And the pen pressure was not very easy to control. There was a lot of manual adjustments of going back and forth, so not my favorite when it comes to coloring. Overall, 7.8 out of 10. And one word to describe it, clean. Oh my gosh, wait, I didn't think this through. They're looking in different directions. You know what? Too late. It's been done. Let's move on. Actually, wait, while we're still on the topic of pros and cons, I'm going to give a quick pros and cons of the XP Pen tablet. First, I like how light it is. It's truly so light. You could probably slip this in your backpack and not even know it's there. Also, I love just like the matte paper feel and like how the pen actually feels on the tablet. So satisfying. Cons is sometimes when I'm typing, I like switching between my finger and my pencil. I don't know if that's just me, but it takes a while for it to switch back and forth between your finger touch and your pen touch. So there is quite a lag there if I'm trying to type with both. Also, the battery life is not the best. I had it fully charged at 100 and now it's already at 70. And I think I only used it for like an hour and a half. And we are back on Apple because we have to try out Freeform. Honestly, my expectations for this are like below the ground. Just because it's not a specialty drawing app, but it does have the drawing-like features and it is free, so we gotta review it. So this one isn't the easy double tap to erase. You gotta click this undo button. Also, the most we got for pen feature changes is the opacity and the thickness, which is not a lot. And as far as pens go, there's just this thicker one, a thinner one, this weird highlight opacity brush, and this crayon one. Their color wheel, however, is more extensive, and that's basically all we got for tools and brushes. At least their eraser brush is very in the clear, unlike Sketchbook. Is that just gonna be like a running joke throughout all these apps? I just have to roast Sketchbook's eraser. And we're gonna draw the nose, but I have no idea whose nose to draw, so whoever is on the cover of Vogue 2019's magazine will be the nose.
Some chews only last a month, but Brevecto lasts 12 weeks, nearly 3 times longer.
Only Brevecto protects from fleas and ticks nearly 3 times longer than the other chews. That's 12 weeks of protection. Use with caution in dogs with a history of seizures or neurological disorders. With nearly 3 times longer protection, why use anything shorter? Bravo, Brevecto. Bravo.
If your business needs a new application, then developers will have to write code. A lot of code. If an application needs to be modernized, then you'll need time, resources, and caffeine. If this sounds daunting, then use Watson X Code Assistant. AI designed to multiply developer productivity so you can generate code quickly. Let's create a more modern foundation for business with Watson X Code Assistant. IBM, let's create.
Which is Rihanna. All right. Okay, you know what? I'll do it with the sketch brush. Hopefully this will turn out a little bit better. I don't know how I feel about this. I feel like I started drawing it front view, but then I realized she's a little bit pointing that way. So now this angle is just not good. And there's no like soft airbrush where I can do some shadows and some nice renderings, so I can't give her that nose contour that looks so good here. But you know what? We still got something. We got a nose right here. Okay, so Freeform Pro is literally the simplest interface. I think a 6-year-old can understand it. Also, no ads. I think using this right after IBI's Paint with their Adpocalypse really stood out. And I guess this could be a pro, but it reminds me of a program that an architect student could use. Like if you want to draw a fully rendered painting, this isn't your app. But if you're just here for some good old sketching like an architect student or some mood boarding, maybe this is a good alternative. And then the cons, it's not made for painting at all, which means there's basically no brush or tool variety. It's extremely limited, and it's also inconvenient to import because they don't really have like proper canvas sizes. So as a mood board, which is what Apple intended it to be used for, A+, but as a drawing software, 1 out of 10. And to describe it in one word, I would say bad. And here's the mashup of our celebrity face so far. Right off the bat, it looks a lot like Procreate. Okay, first brush stroke. All right, it looks pretty good. And they have the double tap to erase. There is no leg. Very clean interface. You can see you can change the size of the brush here. You can also change the opacity here. The brush is here, the eraser is here, the layers are here, and the color is up here. And the basic tools are up here, like the lasso tool and the paint bucket. Let's draw some lips. I'm not going to tell you whose lips these are, so you're just going to have to guess. Hello, it is time for the secret message. If you're new here, I hide secret messages in all my videos. However, recently I found out people skip to the secret message because they found out I change what appears on screen. However, this time I'm not changing anything. It's just purely audio. So if you're hearing this, you are truly actually special. Let's do a nice simple question. Who is your first celebrity crush? I feel like that's pretty on topic. Okay, I'm sorry. I don't know why I thought that this would be recognizable, but it's Sabrina Carpenter. One thing that I just have to mention is, you know, like the liquify tool, the thing that you can like warp and move stuff around. At first I thought it wasn't working or I was on the wrong layer, but look how tiny the brush is. Like this is puny. Like what if I want to move the entire lip, you know? Like I don't think I can change it. My brush is already at the max size. Wow, look at this stunner. Okay, let's switch it up a bit. I'm gonna do a live review. But Pro is they have a very clean, easy to understand understand interface. It's not too overwhelming like IBIS Paint. Another pro is there's no lag with the eraser. It just feels very smooth, very quick. Another pro is if you want to get into animation, they actually have an animation function here. And next, it just feels very smooth. There has been pretty much no glitches so far. I actually really like this. But some cons. I already mentioned their warp tool is not my favorite. Another con is I don't see a text function. I know a lot of apps have a lot of problems with text functions, but this one doesn't even have a text function. Also, I don't see like a grid tool or like a perspective tool or symmetry tools. These are all the tools that they have here. So overall, I would give it like an 8.1 out of 10. And one word to describe it, smooth. Oh my gosh. Next up, we got Artbook right off the bat. It also kind of looks like Procreate. One thing, however, that I'm confused about is why is there like weird color swatches? Oh, it changes the color of the paintbrush? Does this mean they have like a set color for each brush? That's kind of weird. Let's do the bangs on Artbook. So I quite like Billie Eilish's like wispy bangs. So let's do this photo. I actually quite like the default texture brush that they have going on here. It's not bad. Overall, feeling wise, it feels quite good. There's no lag. It feels very smooth, very clean. Hi, yeah, so I accidentally made her hair way too yellow. It looks like a yellow highlighter. It looks really bad. And I tried to change the color of like at least the liner, but I honestly have no idea how to do that. Like I'm trying to drag it over and it fills up 1 pixel. So I'm sorry to Billie Eilish, this does not represent who you are. You know what, let's just continue with the live reviews. It feels a little bit more personal, right? Overall, their interface is really easy to understand. Besides the weird color palette, everything else, nice. They also have nice brushes, like different stamps, very good variety. Cons, they do have ads. Also, some tools here are only premium, but they don't tell you. Like I tried to liquify and it says it's a pro feature only. And they do have limited layer functions, like they don't have a clipping mask. So because of that, it's not super color friendly. And we saw before, I tried to fill in different layers and they just filled in 1 pixel. So overall, I would give it like a 6.1 out of 10. And one word to describe it, meh. Oh no, this is starting to look really scary. It kind of reminds me of an Attack on Titan. And here is the Medibang interface. First brush stroke. A little bit pixelated. Actually quite pixelated. Let's do the face shape. Who has a very distinctive face shape? I literally don't know. Zendaya? Let's do Zendaya's face shape. Why not? Alright, can you tell that this is Zendaya's face shape? I want to liquefy it just a little bit, but I can't find it. They do seem to have slightly more layer functions, like they have clipping mask, alpha lock. But like Artbook, I don't know if I can actually change the color of the liner once it's been drawn. Like I can't drag it and fill it in. Okay, live review, the pros. They do have a lot of layer functions. I also like this feature where it allows you to hide the color wheel or the brushes. But honestly, I will have to say there are a lot more cons, which is kind of shocking because I was kind of expecting more from this. First, I don't think it has a super clean and clear interface. Like if you are a pure digital art beginner and you open up to this, I would be a little bit daunted.